Hi everyone. Now let's take up a question on central idea. So the question type is basically central ideas and details, but it's broken down into two types of questions: central idea and details, right? Now we're going to take up the central idea question first. A few things before you start reading the text and the options and everything. In a central idea question type, we are supposed to look out for an option that covers the whole text, correct? Now, whichever option you feel that is a central idea answer needs to cater to everything in the text. It cannot be a particular detail in the text. It cannot be a particular supporting detail in the text. Right? So whichever option is the main idea or central idea of a question of a text, it has to cover up the entire text. Alright? Now this might look like or sound like it's difficult to find something that covers up the whole text. But again, eliminating your options is going to get you the correct answer. So we are not going to figure out which out of these options is the central idea of the text. We are actually going to figure out how we can eliminate the options, and whatever we are left with is the central idea. Alright, now let's go ahead and read the question stem. The first step is always going to read the question stem. What is the main idea of the text? Whenever you come across this kind of a term or a phrase, main idea in the question stem, you should know it's a central idea question type. Now let's go ahead and read the text. The following text is adapted from William Shakespeare's 1609 poem Sonnet 27. So it's a poem, right? It's a poem that we're going to deal with. The poem is addressed to a close friend as if he were physically present. So this entire poem is being addressed to a friend who's not physically present, right? Who is imagined by the poet as if he was physically present. Now the thing about the poems is that you cannot take up everything very literally. You have to understand the feel of the poet, correct? You cannot literally take up the meaning from the sentences. Now I'll tell you how to go about it. Let's read the first sentence. Weary with toil, I hurry to my bed. So this author is basically hurrying to the bed. As simple as that. The dear repose for limbs with travel tired. So this author is tired, simply tired. I'm not going to get into the details of this line. I just want to understand what is it trying to say overall. This author is hurrying to the bed and is tired. But then begins a journey in my head. So when he goes to the bed, he's not able to, ideally what will somebody do? Ideally a person would sleep off, correct? Because that person is tired as well. But this author is thinking about something. There's a journey in his head that's going on. That's basically, if you don't take it literally it will not make sense anyways. What is it trying to say? It's trying to say that he's thinking about something. So as per this blurb, he probably is thinking about his friend, but let's read ahead. To work my mind when body's works expired. So body is not functioning anymore, but the mind is. There's a colon over here, so whatever he's thinking about is being explained after the colon. Know your punctuations, guys. Punctuation, understanding how punctuations are being used is going to be very helpful. Now let's read the next sentence. For then my thoughts from far where I abide begin a zealous pilgrimage to thee and keep my drooping eyelids open wide. So his drooping eyelids are open wide, and thee is most probably referring to the friend. This author is thinking about the friend. How do I know it's about the friend? Because it was mentioned in the blurb. It's not mentioned directly in the text, but because of the blurb I can relate, which indicates that reading the blurb is extremely important. Do not ever forget to read your blurb. Alright, so this author all in all is tired, goes to the bed but is not able to sleep. Is very sleepy though because of this mention, drooping eyelids. I know that this person is very sleepy, but is not able to sleep because his mind is working. He's thinking about this person. He's thinking about his close friend. Alright, now with this understanding, we're going to go to the options and start eliminating. Remember, to eliminate an option, we only want one word to go wrong, right? So just find something fishy about an option and eliminate it. Have a proper reason though. Let's look at A. The speaker is asleep. Okay, hold on. He's not asleep, right? His eyelids are drooping, but they are open wide, so he's not asleep. Do I need to read more? I don't think so. This word makes everything wrong in this option. A is out. The speaker is planning an upcoming trip to the friend's house. Is he planning an upcoming trip? Or he's just thinking about this person? He's just thinking about the person, right? There's no such plan that's been mentioned in this particular poem, right? So I'm going to eliminate B as well. So there's no such planning and upcoming trip going on over here. Now C says the speaker is too fatigued to continue a discussion with the friend. He's not discussing anything with somebody. Correct? He's just simply tired, but his mind is not tired. He's thinking about the friend. He's not discussing anything with the friend. So C is out. Let's look at D. The speaker is thinking about the friend instead of immediately falling asleep. That makes sense, right? The drooping eyelids, open wide, tired but not sleeping. So this person, the speaker, is definitely thinking about the friend instead of immediately falling asleep. So I'm going to pick this up, and this is the only option that you're left with as it is. Correct? So this is going to be a correct answer.